Last week I had a dream. That was about the great prophecy. I saw the Olympians.
Something is coming for Percy Jackson. And this time, it isn't just another monster waiting around the corner. The new Season 3 teaser gives us a very different feeling from the previous seasons. Percy has already discovered that being a demigod comes with danger, but now, the danger is becoming personal. And if you watch the teaser carefully, you may have noticed that the biggest mystery isn't actually the monsters. It's Annabeth. The story appears to begin with Percy facing a situation he absolutely refuses to accept. Someone important is missing, and Percy is determined to find her. But there's a problem. The deeper Percy goes, the more he realizes that this isn't a simple rescue mission. Something much bigger is happening behind the scenes. And that is where the new season becomes extremely interesting, because Percy is no longer the inexperienced kid we met at the beginning of the series. He's been through battles, he's faced gods, he's survived monsters, and he's learned that sometimes the people standing beside you can be just as important as the weapon you're holding. But Season 3 is about to test that lesson. The teaser introduces a darker mythology surrounding Percy and his friends, and at the center of it is a powerful threat connected to the Titans. The name of this chapter says it all, the Titans' Curse. But don't think of this as just another giant enemy Percy has to defeat. The real danger may be the choices Percy makes while trying to protect the people around him, and that's what makes this story different. Percy has always been willing to put himself in danger for his friends, but this time that instinct could have consequences that affect much more than his own life. It could affect Olympus itself. And if you like trailer breakdowns, or where we look beyond the obvious scenes and then connect the clues together, subscribe to the channel, because this season has plenty of details worth talking about. Now let's talk about one of the biggest changes coming to Percy's world. New characters are entering the story, and one of the most important is Nico D'Angelo. If you know the Percy Jackson books, you already understand why Nico's arrival is such a big deal. But for viewers who only know the TV series, Nico may initially seem like just another new character. He's not. His story is deeply connected to the mythology surrounding the gods and demigods, and his presence could completely change the emotional direction of the series. We're also introduced to Bianca D'Angelo and Thalia Grace, and that means Percy is entering a world where the rules are becoming much more complicated. Everyone has a history, everyone has something to lose, and not everyone is going to agree on what Percy should do next. That's important because Percy has always been caught between two worlds. He's a teenager, but he's also the son of Poseidon, and those two identities don't always fit together. One moment he wants to protect his friends, the next moment the fate of Olympus is being placed on his shoulders, and Season 3 appears ready to push that conflict even further. The teaser also hints at something enormous surrounding the great prophecy, and this is where Percy's story becomes much bigger than a single quest. A prophecy involving the children of the Big Three has been hanging over the world for years. Percy's existence makes that prophecy impossible to ignore, because if Percy really is connected to the future of Olympus, then the gods have a reason to be afraid of what he might become, and the Titans have a reason to pay attention to him. That creates a dangerous situation. Percy isn't simply trying to survive anymore, he's becoming someone that powerful forces actually care about, and that's never a good thing. Another thing I noticed about the teaser is the atmosphere. Everything feels more serious, the world feels larger, the mythology feels darker, and the danger doesn't feel like something Percy can simply punch his way through. This time, intelligence, trust, and sacrifice could matter just as much as strength, and that could create some of the most emotional moments of the season, because Percy may eventually have to make a choice between what he wants and what he believes is right. And those are not always the same thing. That's what makes the title, The Titans' Curse, so interesting. The biggest curse may not be something supernatural. It could be the responsibility that comes with being Percy Jackson. Everyone expects him to save the day. Everyone expects him to be brave. But nobody asks what happens when the hero gets tired of carrying the weight. And that's the question I'm most interested in seeing Season 3 answer. Can Percy protect the people he loves without putting himself and everyone around him in greater danger? Can Annabeth and Percy survive another impossible mission? And what role will Nico play when the conflict between the demigods and the Titans becomes even bigger? We don't have all the answers yet. And honestly, that's what makes this teaser work. It doesn't need to reveal everything. It simply gives us enough pieces to understand that Percy is walking into his most complicated adventure yet. A missing friend, a dangerous prophecy, new demigods, the return of an ancient threat, and a hero who may have to discover that saving everyone isn't always possible. Season 3 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians arrives on November 20th, 2026, exclusively on Disney+. And if the teaser is any indication, Percy's next quest isn't going to be about becoming a hero. He's already won. It's going to be about finding out what kind of hero he wants to be. So, what do you think? Is Season 3 going to be Percy's darkest adventure yet? And which new character are you most excited to see? Drop your theory in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more trailer breakdowns, movie explanations, and upcoming releases, because this quest is far from over.